Hey guys, welcome back. We're here for the secret codename readings. So, for those of you not familiar with the secret codenames and what they are, the secret codenames are purchased by individuals via my Etsy shop. This is their personal reading. They know which secret codename is theirs. That's their reading. The beauty of it is, for everyone else, if you are drawn to a secret code name, if one of them just stands out to you, hits you different, there's likely a message in there for you because we're all connected. We're all soul family. And so if you are drawn to a certain secret code name, chances are you're connected to the same soul family as the person who bought it. And there is a message in there for you in divine time whenever you catch it. Right? Whenever you catch it, I got a whole playlist, the quote unquote pick a card readings playlist. You can find any secret code name message there in divine time and just resonate to whatever it is you're drawn to. And this one, the theme is always you. Always you. And I have been listening to on repeat on and off for like the past, I don't know, like 8 hours, maybe longer. A song called Breathe by Angels and Airwaves. If you guys are familiar with that band, they're a lesser known band, but if you're familiar with Blink 82, you may have heard of Angels of Airwaves because it's a band that Tom is a part of. And I think they only had like one album, but it was really good. And I love this song. I'm so obsessed with this song, and Spirit brought it back up and has been playing it all day for me. So I can't help but feel like there is this higher message from Spirit about how loved you are, especially because we have Venus and Uranus in trine to Pluto. And we have the sun and moon in trine and sextile, positive aspects to the nodes. And I just think it's so fitting where we're really starting to come into our own power, our authenticity in the mirror, and love the mirror for what it is and how we learn and how we heal deeply from it. And that as we meet these choice points, right, these crossroads with the nodes between fate and destiny, Mars ain't that far away from the South Node. And so all of this past stuff, these past patterns or past karmic routines in the spiritual energy are getting cut out. This is like a major milestone full moon. And there's a lot on the way out that was previously in the way, opening up to huge power reserves within the self and the spirit. And I think it's really beautiful energy. And I'm looking forward personally to seeing how this thing unfolds, especially because Jupiter is now like heading out of that square with Saturn. It's like 6 degrees off now. And it's not as exact as it was. Like all of that really heavy thwarted energy is starting to dissipate out. It's only getting easier. And so I feel like with this moon, those challenges that we used to face in the divine mirror of things, that love of self is really helping us clear out some old Chiron wounds, right? Where we maybe didn't realize how much we needed to heal the self before going through certain things that affected us in deep ways. So huge turning point energy. And I think it's something to look forward to for sure. With that being said, the secret code names are, and there will be timestamps so that you guys can skip and jump around to whatever reading you resonate to, or readings if you resonate to more than one. We've got Stick Figure, All For You. I literally heard the song in my head, and so that is the secret code name. And if you were drawn to it, I highly recommend listening to the song and maybe looking up the lyrics. It's Stick Figure, All For You. And then we have High Road, Turtle Doves, Depends, moving on, and Christmas Eve. Okay, those are the 6 secret code names for this event. I was drawn to the Apocalypse Tarot, which I don't often use, but I was super drawn to it. And then when I took it out of the deck, I realized it had the goat on there. This crazy, almost Medusa-esque kind of goat. And if I remember correctly, I think there is something to do with Medusa in the stars. I don't remember because I can't see it on my Astro Gold app. I haven't gone on Astro DNStar or anything like that to look it up. But I could have sworn I heard an astrologer talking about it. And Medusa energy is really misunderstood because the mythos is all about, you know, how she was raped by Poseidon in Athena's temple because he could not resist her beauty. And the story goes that Athena, instead of punishing Poseidon and going after Poseidon, her uncle, she punished Medusa for being in her temple and allowing that act to happen, when really it was not a punishment. When feminine energy goes through such trauma where we feel like our power has been ripped from us in a violent way, doesn't matter what your gender is, but when your feminine energy gets so violated, right? Your heart space, your feelings get so violated. It's traumatic. And sometimes the best medicine is not necessarily time. It's being the opposite. You know, that's why you'll find that a lot of, you know, beautiful women, especially in their younger years, get so much unwanted attention that they start manifesting their body figure, or they start letting themselves go because they don't actually want to be beautiful. They don't want the attention. It's unwanted attention. It doesn't feel good. And so when Athena, quote unquote, cursed Medusa with being hideous, that she would, you know, turn people to stone if they looked at her, it was divine protection. It was divine protection. That was Athena's blessing to Medusa. You will never have to experience this traumatic energy again. I've blessed you with the power to literally turn anybody to stone who would gaze upon you, and gave you peace and solitude, right? So I think that might have a lot to do with this moon. This vibration of being in control, right? Capricorn energy, being in control and dictating your own experience, being able to choose it, being able to empower yourself through your choices, no matter what other people think of it. Like, everybody can think Medusa was cursed. Oh, she was cursed. Oh, that poor Medusa. She used to be so beautiful. Now look at her. She's hideous. She was safe. Losing her beauty, she gained safety instead, right? Athena did not betray Medusa. She blessed her. She blessed her. Medusa was a devout patron, a devout follower of Athena. Athena didn't do her dirty. She really didn't. And I thought it was just interesting being drawn to the deck. And then I'm also, I'm using my Wisdom of the Oracle as an overall. So we're going to get into the secret code names now. We're going to get into these secret code names now, starting with stick figure, all for you. Let me get my timestamp in there. Secret code names, stick figure, all for you. The song, right? Stick figure is the band, all for you is the song. That is the secret code name. If you were drawn to it, let's see what Spirit has for you. Hey, Kristen, how you doing? What do we need to know? What insight is in the highest good for secret code names, stick figure, all for you and those who are drawn to it, resonate to it in divine time? What message do they need the most with this very empowering moon? We've got mending. Mending, it's card number 52. So it's the vibration of change and balance into the 7, which is divine miracle and divine intervention. And it's 2 feminine energies, right? 2 heart spaces working together to fix what was previously in dire need of it, right? And you can kind of see Spirit. My camera will focus on it in the clouds, right? And the 2 figures are there, the 2 little fairies, pixies. They're sitting there. And they could see Spirit, right? They could see Spirit watching over them. And so this mending is very consciously aware. And it's 2 heart spaces working together. So let's see what insight Spirit has with the Apocalypse Tarot. What insight, please, Spirit? Nine of Cups, 4 of Cups. The Devil, Capricorn energy. We got the Death card. On the 9 of Cups. Just with the different words on the bottom of some of these cards, like the 9 of Cups, it says, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart. And the cycle of life and death. I think you are going to end up coming into a profound gratitude for Spirit. It's almost like an undeniable hand, right? That spiritual hand moving certain pieces around. Like you would know, like this would not be possible without your connection to the Most High. 4 of Cups with the Ace of Cups. Clarify the Devil, please. The 7 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Wands, Transfiguration. The top is the Strength card, Enlightenment. I almost feel, and it doesn't have to be like this per se, but it could be of the same vibe of like knowing where you've made mistakes prior and wanting to fix things with certain people and almost being a little jealous or envious that other people have what you lost and you want it back, but it's no longer anyone's energy that you can claim. Like that time has passed, right? Whether it's romantic or a friendship or whatever. And I say that because underneath the devil, the Seven of Pentacles is you shall not covet your neighbor's wife and property. It's not yours anymore, right? It's these attachments to what we feel belongs to us that never truly belonged to us ever. And knowing that the time that we spent with certain people was divinely perfect for what it was. And that we can reflect on things in hindsight and learn everything we need to learn and see everything we need to see without having to insist on a path that is no longer meant for us. I feel, especially now, seeing those cards with the mending card as the overall, it's almost as if you're forgiving. It's almost as like you're learning to forgive yourself for missteps along the way that maybe you made in spiritual ignorance, no matter how far back that goes in time. And forgiving other people. And forgiving other people, especially, you know, if they're missing you and who you were, and you just don't feel divinely connected to it anymore, you know, like that time has passed. When we let go of certain karmic ties or opportunities that we feel we missed, and we choose to move forward, we have that higher perspective enough to move forward where we can truly be grateful. The attachments we have to other people or jealousy or envy of any kind really do start to dissipate. I think you have a lot of power right now, right? That Strength card, it really is this huge empowerment to transform. The Transfiguration with the Knight of Wands, I mean, that's going full steam ahead in your fire, blazing like a torch, you know, being the light that shows your way, being that light for yourself. I think you ultimately have a major wish coming in. And it's because you've changed. Because you have changed. Even if you still like the same stuff and you still have the same, you know, essentially personality, you've changed the way you desire things and or what you desire in general. You've changed your perspective and maybe are realizing that all of the things or people that you've prayed for over time were all prayers for the self. It's almost like realizing that. Anytime you've ever prayed or wished for someone else, you were essentially wishing it for yourself. And it's finally coming into fruition, right? The results of all those prayers. You just didn't realize you were praying for yourself at the time. And I think that's really cool, you know, because you're finally in your power. You're finally in your power. And I really do love that energy for you. You have championed your inner child in that you put your inner child first now, and you're learning how to speak up about how you feel and maybe not keep it so secret, right? You're not shy to talk about your feelings, or maybe that was a sore spot before, you know? That was a sore spot before. All right. I do hope that helps. You'll have to let me know in the comments if it made sense for you. Okay. We're going to move on to secret code name High Road. Timestamp 2025. Gotta love that. All right. Secret code name High Road. And I definitely do feel it was like a being the bigger person energy. For sure. Being the bigger person. So Spirit, what is going on? What is the overall for secret code name High Road and those who are drawn to it in divine time? Soulmates. We got our penguins. We got our penguins. It's card number 41. So the 4 is an angel vibration, right? Especially our archangels or our high angels, with the 1, an initiation number, into shift, change, and momentum as it results in a 5. Right? So it's how our soulmates essentially bring us to a place that change our life, right? Changes our life. Our soulmates hold the key that unlocks the heart space and makes us feel warm and welcomed, right? To be around their energy. It's a blessing, our soulmates, to have them. That's a divine partnership. So let's see. What is going on? What insight, please? Oh yeah, the syncs are everywhere. The energy, it touches everybody. Okay. Insight, please, Spirit, for secret code name High Road with the Soulmates card. What do they need to know with this Capricorn full moon? We've got the 4 of Swords. It is the immortality card in this deck. The Queen of Swords. Protestantism. And the Empress, Mother Nature. I was just drawn to the Terra Mater card in the White Light Oracle deck. There's a card in here called Terra Mater. Give me just a second. What is the clarifying energy, please? Yeah, as soon as I saw that card, it popped into my head, which means I gotta pull it. I gotta pull it. We got the King of Cups on the 4 of Swords, Saint Peter. The High Priestess on the Queen of Swords. The vision creation prior to the creation of the world. Visualizing it before it manifests. Creating the vision. I'm getting like this architect type energy. And clarify the Empress, please. The 8 of Swords. Genius. It is a genius card. The 5 of Swords is on the bottom. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. And the 3 of Cups, matrimony. Okay. It's almost like your energy, right? Your vibe is a beautiful vibe. It's a fertile vibe. Highly creative, right? And then you have people who cast judgment on you, whose energy is ugly and spiritually lazy. I mean, we've got a Holy Bible sitting on the table and they've got dollar bills sticking out of it. Like they would cut you down just because they're spiritually envious of where you're at. That they would want to bring you down to their level. Let me pull this Tarot card out. Let me find it real quick before I get into these cards. I love this card, 𝐀𝐨𝐴. I love this deck. This deck is a great deck. It's by Alana Fairchild. I was like, let me check the last card. Of course it's the last card. I would have went through every damn card. Okay. We're going to keep that energy right there. So looking at these cards. 4 Swords with the King of Cups. The Queen of Swords with the High Priestess. That is really sharp and on point, like keen intuition. Super keen. And I think it's cool because the 8 of Swords usually denotes a trapped mind, but this one is literally the Genius card. And it's almost as if you're not necessarily trapped in thought, not knowing what to do, but you're getting so many downloads, right? So many downloads about what's manifesting, right? You're getting all these insights, these spiritual insights. You're tuning in to really deep psychic energy and manifesting it, right? It's not even just the downloads you're getting. You're manifesting so many messages. And how you're divinely protected. Like you're able to slay the snakes. The snakes don't even realize you have angels. And your angels are slaying them for you. Like you don't have a damn thing to worry about. And you have this masculine energy here in the sky and the sun that is looking at you, and it's almost like there's this air of being so proud. Like they can't believe that they gave birth to such a beautiful goddess energy, right? Empress energy. You're so spiritually powerful. And I hope this is divine confirmation for you. You know, like the King of Cups in this deck, he's being crowned with the papal like hat. He's being given the papal hat. It's like you've graduated. You've graduated from student to teacher energy. And all of these downloads that you're getting that are coming into you, whether they're just directly downloads from source, or if you're pulling them in from the outer experience and you're like, oh my gosh, like, and you start connecting dots, like you're being called to to share and to teach, especially other wounded people. Your energy is going to ripple far further than you realize. With that immortality card, I cannot help but feel like your energy is going to be felt, whether you get acknowledgement for it or recognition for it or not. Like, your energy is going to ripple so far, even into the future, because the things that you're healing and the things that you're teaching, the energy that you're in, your ripple, it's like the butterfly effect. You know, I'm getting that vibe. It's like the butterfly effect. Let me read some of this telepathy of Terra Mater for you. Card number 36, right? 3, the number of ascension, and 6, the number of unconditional love, to the 9, which is closing a chapter. It's like closing the chapter on being the student. For real. Not that we don't always have things to learn, but you are definitely being put into that true teacher role. That's a serious mastery. Okay, so telepathy of Terra Mater. The pathway for your spiritual fulfillment and the sacred manifestation of your purpose is not necessarily logical and will evolve organically. The skillful and unpredictable workings of the Earth Mother are supporting your soul journey unconditionally, following up on inspired ideas and allowing for unexpected shifts and direction are integral to the manifestation of your soul purpose. Commit to an idea that feels good to your heart, even if it seems improbable or unattainable. It will manifest successfully. You're being held in unity, consciousness, and understanding that we have our own special roles in the greater scheme of things. You're healing past wounds of abandonment, neglect, and betrayal. It allows you to gently cleanse the heart space and settle into life with more trust and peace. It's a genuine spiritual wind where every being benefits. The egos may not like it, and they may feel jealous and or denied, right? And will likely whinge and whine and perhaps try to undermine your progress. But that is what egos do. Best to note it, have compassion for it, and then ignore it and get on with your sacred tasks. Yeah, that is absolutely confirming exactly what I was saying in this energy. You're trusting your intuition. You're getting the downloads clear as day, super sharp and clear. And listening, right? You're getting all these fucking downloads. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Oh, I love that confirmation for you. I love that confirmation for you. I love it. I love it. Secret code name High Road. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I love that. What a great message. Finally, right? Fucking finally. Oh, that's got to feel so good. That's got to feel so good. True that. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Really. Spirit shines. Spirit shines. All right. Moving on. Although, to be fair, I would love to stay in that energy forever. I'll read that all day. We're doing secret code name Turtle Doves now. Secret code name Turtle Doves. All right. And I totally did get a visual of it and then was reminded of the Christmas Carol, right? And what is that Christmas Carol called? It's like 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. Oh my God. There was so much interesting Christmas energy coming out with these secret code names in the middle of in July. I was like, yeah, so happy for you. That's wonderful. That's so wonderful. All right. Yeah, the 12 days of Christmas. Thank you. It's hot out here on my porch. It is hot out here on my porch. Oh. Yeah, but turtle doves. And I thought that was interesting. And I saw the scene from Home Alone where the guy who owns the toy shop gives Kevin McAllister the turtle doves from the Christmas tree inside the shop. And I thought that was interesting that I specifically got that scene from the movie. Might want to watch Home Alone. Might want to watch Home Alone in July. All right. Secret codename Turtle Dove. Spirit, please. What is the overall energy? What is the overall energy for those drawn to it in divine time? What is in their highest good to be made aware of? No. Okay. Yeah, wasn't it? It was such an amazing part of that movie. The never-ending story. All right. So this card, we've got the 3 ascension energy to the 7 divine miracle and intervention to the 10, which is the simultaneous completion and beginning, right? Where the 10 turns to the 1. And we are no longer where we were, and we are jump-started into the new. So I feel like you've got some ascended master energy coming through to help you maybe look in the mirror that you've put down, right? Because they've got a mirror sitting next to them. And you could see this reflection of spirit in the mirror, but they're choosing not to look in the mirror and they're wearing a mask. And it's causing this energy, right? Where you're kind of depleting and leaning towards no, right? It's like pessimism. It's like pessimism because you're not being true or honoring your spirit like you could, should, would be, right? Could, should, would. So let's see what is going on. Let's get some insight. You need a vacation. You just need a fucking vacation. Even if it's like a solo trip or you go with your absolute bestie, you need to just get away from everything that's making you tired for a day. What does this look like, Spirit, please? Yeah, the 80s movies feels, my gosh. Okay. We've got the 2 of Swords, truth. With the Hanged Man, the Savior. Everybody depends on you, don't they? And the Death card. You have so much pressure on you to be everybody's solution. Right? The solution to everybody's problem is you. And it's tiring. It's exhausting. Yeah, confirmation. The 3 of Swords. It's like everybody else is free except you. You're the one dishing out blessings, being the savior for everybody else, but you're not receiving them because you're busy giving them out. The savior in the creation of the world, the magician card. It's like you're showing other people how you want to be treated, but they're not reciprocating that energy. We've got Promethean type energy here, where the figure on the card is hanging upside down on the ladder, and the eagle is coming and pecking out his liver. It's Promethean. Like, you go above and beyond for other people to save other people, and you feel like you're the one punished for it. You know, you're martyring yourself hard. And then we got the Death card and the King of Pentacles. It's Judas. That's this card. Who is in your experience that would throw you under the fucking bus if it benefited them? Because whoever that is, that martyrdom has to stop. Fuck that. We got the Seven of Wands on the bottom. And the Five of Pentacles. You shall not steal. Seven of Wands. I am the Lord your God. The only person you have to listen to is spirit. You don't need to listen to anybody else, especially if they are abusive to you. Whether that is literally physically abusive, financially abusive, emotionally abusive, mentally abusive, psychologically abusive, like, fuck them. They do not get your kindness. They do not get your favors. They do not get your time. That energy has to be cut off immediately. Thou shalt not steal, right? You cannot steal my energy. You cannot steal my positive alignment. You cannot diminish me. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because that's exactly what those people are. Those abusive people steal your light and throw you in shadow immediately. Immediately throw you into shadow. It does not feel good to deal with them at all. So fuck them. We're not going to keep reliving that story, right? Not going to keep reliving that story. I think you know exactly who you need to let go of and who you are sacrificing yourself for, who doesn't fucking deserve your good energy at all. Yeah, I feel someone's taking advantage of your weakness. Someone is hardcore taking advantage of your weakness, especially if they drain you financially or they depend on you financially and they're not stepping up to the plate and taking care of you in some which way, shape, or form like you take care of them. They are underserving. Underserving and undeserving. Stop being the nice person that gets walked all over. Like, it's one thing to be there and provide for people who are less fortunate than you, who could and would give back, but genuinely can't. And then there's other people who could step up and give back and do more. And they just choose not to. But they'll take as much as they could possibly take and get away with from you. You have to allow yourself to shift out of this vibe and look into your spiritual mirror. Because if you're dealing with someone who is spiritually ignorant and disconnected and they're hurting you, in the mirror, you are choosing it and you're hurting yourself, continuing to deal with this person. Whoever or whatever it is. Whoever or whatever it is. There's strong Scorpio energy, Pluto energy, Pisces, Virgo, Gemini energy. Mutable squares. Mutable squares. Especially if you have strong Pisces, Gemini, or Virgo in your chart. You're going to have to reconcile that with yourself because someone is tuning into that energy that challenges you and taking advantage of it. And or they themselves have energy that is in direct conflict with your placements and mutable signs. And they're making you feel obligated or making you feel like you have no choice, or they're going to be fucking awful if you don't give them their way. And so you give to them so that you don't have to deal with their bullshit. Like, that needs to stop. Let them throw their fucking tantrum. Let them throw their fucking tantrum. Because when you bend, it's over. And they will continue to put that pressure on you to keep bending until you break. No, they're not suffering the consequences of you bending. You are. They're not suffering any consequences at all. They're just a fucking dick. Right? They're just a fucking dick. Being fucking awful. You know, it's not like we don't do things specifically just for gain. Sometimes we do things because we genuinely just care. But if you are not in some kind of equal energy exchange with somebody, if it is not balanced all the time, because sometimes, you know, you have an 80-20 day with somebody. Other days it's a 20-80 day, right? But it's balanced at the end of the day. You guys balance each other out. This person is never balanced with you. Never. And it's bullshit. Like, straight up. Straight up. So let's call a spade, right? Let's call a spade and put our spiritual grown-up pants on and tell these children who refuse to spiritually grow up that it's that time. It's that time. You know, like, the kids can only get so old and then they got to look at being on their own. They got to grow up and be on their own. They're not milking off your energy anymore, right? For real. Let them go. Let them go. Listen to your intuition. Listen to your feelings. If it doesn't feel good, fuck it. Fuck it. Be in your power. Okay? Good night, Kristen. I love you. You're most welcome. You are most welcome. Okay. All right. Secret code name depends. All right. Timestamps in. Secret code name depends. And Spirit is hilarious. I definitely got the visual of the adult assistants underpants. We will call them that. Adult assistants underpants. That is what I got. So we are going to see where the fuck Spirit's taking this. Oh my gosh. Spirit, what is the overall energy for secret code name depends? What is the secret code name? Or the secret code name. What is the energy, the overall, for the secret code name? To be fair, Card number 38, that is an ascension vibration to the 8, which is the infinite ripple, right? Karma. To the 11, which is self-mastery. So ascending into a place of what is essentially infinite loop and reward. Mastering the self, to be fair. Definitely gaining and applying wisdom. The owl on the card. Love that. Okay. What insight, please, Spirit? What insight? It's like you know what to give your energy to and you know what to say no to. Like Spirit's letting you know, like intuitively that something is not in alignment with where you want to be or what you want to create. And you're just like, I don't really need a reason to say no other than I'm just listening to my intuition. Like there was a short that I crossed earlier. It wasn't a short. It was on the shorts feed, but the person was live. And I think his name was the Prophet J something. But he was reading through the Bible and he's like, no matter what, God is right. Like when you listen to that voice inside yourself, he was like, you don't need a reason. You don't need an excuse to do anything or not do anything, to be around or not be around anyone. If God, right, that energy within the self, that intuitive voice, right, of spirit says no, the answer is no. You don't need to find out. You don't need to, well, maybe if, or I really like this about them, or I really like that about them. If spirit is telling you no, the answer is no. Right? God is right. Spirit is right. Your intuition is right. It doesn't matter what you love about them or don't like about them. If something in your heart is saying that's not on your highest good path, it doesn't matter what you like. It doesn't matter how much you are attracted to something or someone. If that God energy within you says no, well, the answer is no. And that's as far as it goes. And I think you understand that energy. I think you've accepted that and are maybe continuing to exercise and strengthen the application of that wisdom. We've got the Knight of Pentacles teaching. With the Five of Swords, you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. And the Nine of Swords, you shall love your neighbor just as you are to love yourself. Yeah, because if you're not acting in your highest good with something, if you're not listening to that intuitive ping, you're not doing them any good service either, right? You're doing yourself and them the disservice. It's a distraction. We've got the Four of Wands on the Knight of Pentacles. Health. The Seven of Wands on the Five of Swords and the Strength card on the Nine of Swords. Bottom of the deck is the Devil, Capricorn energy, and the Knight of Wands is on top. There's a lot going on in this card. The Knight of Pentacles is throwing coins down to the pigs, throwing coins down to the fish, and even giving coins to the eagle on the card. Right, giving to people that can't give you anything in return. Right, the pigs, the fish, the eagles, they don't make money. So it's giving for the sake of giving. It's not giving to get. And you know that is good for you. You know what I mean? And it's not just positive for your energy. It's the kind of energy you want to be around. Like, you don't want to be around people who only give to you because they're getting something out of it. You want people who give for the sake of giving because they feel guided to give, because that's how you are and who you strive to continue being. The 5 of Swords with the 7 of Wands. I think you're calling spades spades with people. I think you are very aware that people who feel some type of way about you were the people who were taking advantage of your inability to say no prior. Especially if they were asking you for your energy outright. I think you're calling spade spade. And when people are taking advantage of your kind energy, your good energy, you're like, nah. Like, I'm not going to hold up the person, right? I'm not going to hold up the person who would let me fall. And you don't necessarily have to be the one to do all of the work. Like, they just need to get a grip. They just need to get a grip. They need to reestablish their footing, and then they could make it the rest of the way. You don't have to linger helping people. You give because you're guided to give, and that's the point. That's how you nurture your inner child. That's how you get a hold of the quote unquote demons that hide inside your shadows. That's how you shine light in your dark places. When you do not submit, right? When you do not submit, when you allow yourself to transform, when you allow yourself to transcend old energy and allow other people to be in awe of how much you do not give a fuck. You know, like, let them wonder and be in awe of how much you do not fucking care. Let them start to question it. Why don't they care about me anymore? Right? Why don't they care about me anymore? Like, you are not someone's depends. You are not someone's depends. Metaphorically speaking. Like, you are not meant to be someone's, well, I'll be around them if they give to me, I'll be there for them. If they do what I need them to do, then I'll be there for them. You're like, I don't want to be around people whose energy depends. Well, I only care about them if it depends. And you're not anybody's fucking place to shit all over and piss all over their energy. You know, like, you're not there for other people to shit on. That is not your job. That is not your job. To be there as a just in case. A just in case they have an accident, I'm gonna all over you. Like, no. I'm not gonna be your depends. You're not gonna shit on me. That saying, like, piss runs downwards. Like, no. You're not gonna take your bad energy because you couldn't fucking help yourself and treat me like that. If you can't get a hold of yourself, if you can't get a hold of your energy, like, I'll only help you so far. If you can't get it together, like, that's a you problem. You're going to have to clean your pants. For real. You want to be around people who live in the vibration of the golden rule and who give because they are guided to give. And people who would shit on your energy, you don't have time for it anymore. I think you're committed to being better and really defending yourself. Like, you can't treat my emotions that way. You cannot treat me that way. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Good for you. Good for you. Okay. Moving on to secret code name, moving on. Secret code name, moving on. Let me get a timestamp in here. Moving on. All right. And when I did get this secret code name, I saw the silhouette of somebody like standing on the ocean's edge, just staring out at the sun, right on the water. Like this almost excitement soul about new horizons, new energy, new manifestations, just new, right? Just this idea of new. And gazing at the sun as a representation of the authentic self, like super excited, you know, super excited to travel the waters of the soul and really find this new, brilliant, authentic space. And I really liked the imagery that Spirit gave me for that. All right. So Spirit, please. Ooh. Came right out. We got blessed. Got blessed. How cool is that? Master number 22. Co-creator energy, right? When we co-create with Spirit, as a master manifester energy, master builder. She's got this almost star card like energy. And she's half human, half seahorse. It definitely reminds me of Capricorn, right? The sea goat. But she's floating through the stars, you know, she's floating through the cosmos. Let's get some insight into that, please, Spirit. For secret code name, moving on. What insight, please? For secret code name, moving on, and those drawn to it in divine time. We've got the Hierophant, the Pope card, the Sacred Sphere. The Three of Swords, confirmation. We've got the Two of Cups. It's the Sin card in this deck. 10 of Pentacles, heritage on the Pope card. 6 of Cups. The card is art. And give me one more. The 5 of Swords. That's come out so much. That's come out in almost every reading so far. 4 of Swords is on the bottom with the Page of Wands, birth, on top. It's giving the nativity scene. But interestingly, I'm also getting like the Ark of the Covenant. The ground is cracking open. And the light is shining from this box. That really does seem like the Ark, right? The Ark of the Covenant. The energy that you're taking on. The Four of Swords with immortality. That energy, I think, came out for secret code name High Road as well. So you might want to watch that one because I feel like you may be in a similar vibe. The papal crown is here. Sticking from the truth inside the bull that's been sacrificed, right? Material sacrifice. And in return, there's this new foundation being built with the Ten of Pentacles. And the sacred geometry. You are being, like, literally the sacred sphere, and they're building this circular foundation. It's almost like you've rebuilt yourself from the ground up. You've tasted divinity. You've felt it in your soul. And I think that the pain of past people really helped you see the purity within yourself. The purity. Like, you were destined to meet these soulmates who were in their shadow. Especially if they tried to tear you down, especially if they talk about you behind your back, especially if they spread falsities about you or characterize you in a not so great light. It's a reflection of who they are. It has nothing to do with you. And I think the more that these people in your life showed you their true colors, the more you realized the purity of your own soul, because you could never be like that. You could never be like that. They've all tried to get you to be in that energy, to break you in some way, to bring you to the dark side. But they've failed. They failed. If their mission was to bring you down, they failed. All they did was empower you further. And now you're heading into this truly blessed energy where you are opening up to power within yourself that is going to leave a lasting impression on the vibration of the world. Right? For real. We were talking about that butterfly effect in the high road. Like, long after you're gone, your energy is going to continue to ripple. Your light, your healing, right? Healed people heal people. You acting in alignment with your highest energy is going to continue to ripple long, long after you're gone. The effect you have on people being in your light. recognizing yourself as a hand of the divine, that you work with high energy and ripple in high energy, working in alignment with spirit, making profound changes. Even the smallest of acts, the shortest of conversations can be so profound for people and leave lasting memories, lessons that get passed on to the people that they connect with in life. People could talk shit about you all they want, because the more authentic you are, the more right hand of the divine that you are, they just look stupid. They look foolish. Their low energy becomes really like painfully obvious. You're laying such a foundation. And maybe you just needed that divine confirmation that you are truly blessed. And it might have taken you a really long time to feel that, understand that, welcome that vibe in, and trust that it's true. You've defeated all of your spiritual adversaries. You're moving into a timeline, a space where your spiritual adversaries cannot touch or affect your energy at all. Because you know who you are. You know who you are. And there's nothing they could say or do to shake you. And this foundation that you're building, it's protected. It's protected. Your foundation's protected, right? The star on the foundation is solid. Underneath everything you're building, you're divinely protected. Yeah, you're moving on from spiritual adversaries. They're no longer showing up to be a part of your timeline. Even if they were to attempt it, it's almost like your energy completely just, it's like they're not even there. It's like they're not even there. They are not even there. You are painting a beautiful future. And I think you do see the beauty in everybody, the potential in everybody, even the demons, the quote unquote demons in others. Like you see all of their light, all of their potential. And them knowing you, them having witnessed you, will sink in time. You have met everybody you had to meet and help heal as far as adversaries or challenges go. And you've moved beyond all of them. Good for you. Good for you. What a divine graduation. I love that. Truly feeling blessed, co-creating with spirit. Really, double 2. 22 is unity to the 4. Archangel energy, right? Spiritually stable energy. Mastery. Love it. Mastery. All right. Secret code name moving on. I hope you enjoyed that. Hope it's beautiful divine confirmation for you. That you are in the right energy and moving in the right direction with your choices and your vibe. For real. All right. Secret code name Christmas Eve. Secret codename Christmas Eve. Now, Christmas Eve is Capricorn season. So this may have something significant to do with Christmas Eve past that is being released, or giving insight into Christmas Eve upcoming. Christmas Eve upcoming, and maybe a release around that time, right? With this energy going on now. That it's building in some way, right? Like the goat climbs the mountain. You might be on that climb. So let's see what is going on. What is the overall energy? Mending. This came out for the first secret code name. So you may also want to watch that. But it's two feminine energies healing, right? Two heart spaces working together in acknowledgement of spirit to heal. What insight, please? It's the 5 and the 2, right? Card 52. So it's change, it's momentum into balance to the 7. That is divine intervention and miracle. It's a shift, right? A shift into balance that allows the divine to intervene on your behalf and move you forward. This mending of the heart spaces between you and another person. What does this look like? Insight, please. Secret code name Christmas Eve. We got the Pope. That's the Hierophant card, and the Knight of Cups. The Sacred Sphere and Resurrection. What else? We got the Chariot, Cancerian energy, the 2 of Wands, the Star card, Aquarian energy, Uranian energy, and the 7 of Cups. Bottom of the deck is the 7 of Wands. Top is the 2 of Cups. Okay. This is about recognizing certain soulmates in their shadow. Knowing that they might not have a lot of energy to give, but what energy they do have to give you, it's almost like they're sacrificing their own selves for your healing, but they're sacrificing themselves from a dark vibration. Like they know they're not on their highest good path, and they know you are not on your highest good path. And so they jump into this vibration of spiritual violence, some kind of emotional, psychological, mental abuse, if not physical or financial abuse, spiritual abuse. They'll give you their last drop because you need to step out of your own low vibration. Where you have enslaved yourself to loving their demons, right? Loving their potential. And they will continue to quote unquote beat you with their bullshit until you snap out of it. They're a low vibratory teacher. The Pope with the Two of Wands, the Sacred Sphere with hubris. It's almost like, don't claim being high vibrational when you know you're in low vibrational energy. The inability to practice what you preach, or not understanding what it is what you're representing. It's like, what do you know about the divine? The divine would not have you sacrifice yourself. The divine would ask you to resurrect your healed self. You're focusing on all of the chaos coming out of Pandora's box. And not seeing beyond it. Like, there is more to life and more to experience than to just witness the chaos pouring out of the box. It is not honorable to sacrifice your energy, to sacrifice your good feelings for the potential of someone else who is truly not in your life to reach their potential because of you. They're not meant to reach their potential with you. Matter of fact, it might be the complete opposite, right? They're sacrificing themselves because you need to heal, and they're in this low vibration because you need to heal. You need to come out of your low vibe. Really, the 5 with the Hierophant and the 2 is 7. We've got the 7 here, the 7 here, and the 7 here, and the 17 here. And the 5 2, right? 7. 7 7 7 7 7 7 7. And we got 5 2 twice. The Chariot is expulsion from paradise. You shall have no other gods before me. You cannot put people before yourself, above yourself. You cannot sacrifice yourself. That is not high alignment. It's not high alignment. It doesn't matter who or what you're sacrificing yourself or what you want to feel for. Like, who are you fingers crossing over? Well, I know I need to do this for myself. And I'm praying, right? I'm praying for an answer to come from outside of myself to make it all better, to just make it work. Whoever you are connected with, they're not going to make it work. That's not their role. That is not their divine job. They're in your life so that you choose your healing. They will get progressively more difficult. It will feel progressively worse as time goes on. The abuse, right? Whatever form of abuse that is. You are not meant to heal them. You are not meant to witness their potential. You're meant to heal yourself and witness your own potential. And they know they are in misalignment in regards to you. And it's their soul mission to be in that misalignment as a divine reflection for you of your own misalignment. You've got to be able to mend. You've got to be able to mend your heart space and connect with other people who are focused on the mending, who are focused on the healing. You're involving yourself with an energy that is not interested in mending or healing. They are not interested. And it's reflecting your inability to show interest in your healing by putting other people before your own intuitive nudges, right? The God that speaks from within yourself. You're not listening to how you feel. You're saying how I feel doesn't matter, which means you're healing. You're saying my healing doesn't matter. My potential doesn't matter. I'm focusing on this potential between, this person or that person outside of myself. I'm not focusing on myself and my potential and what I'm meant to experience in this life. I'm going to sacrifice it for someone else. And they're just like, okay, well, we'll continue to be the demon, right? The Two of Cups, the soulmate that is in misalignment. Well, we'll just continue to be that. And you're just going to have to take it, right? Because you are pausing on your own path. Nothing is more important. The spiritual voice within yourself, your connection to your higher self, your connection to love and loving your life. You have to abandon the question marks, the fingers crossing for things. Hope is a bullshit word. That is exactly what potential is. It's when we hope and we fingers cross for somebody. Hope is a bullshit word. It means you already know or have a feeling that something is likely to fail. And this person is likely to fail. Whatever potential you see them growing into. They can't so long as you are around them. Just like you can't reach your potential so long as you are around them. You're doing you and who you're dealing with a divine disservice. That is a divine disservice. So I hope that lands for you, because Spirit is drumming it home. Drumming it home. All right. I love you. I love you. And I have faith that you can move through this. I know Spirit does, or it wouldn't be giving you these messages. It wouldn't be bringing it into your awareness like it is. You got to see it for what it is. This person is just a mirror for you. They're not a project of potential like you're making them out to be. They're just a mirror. Because you have your own project of potential that you need to focus on. Alrighty. Guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the readings, especially in hindsight, right? If you're catching them in divine time. I have faith that they will serve you well. And I will continue to keep you posted as our candles burn All of the secret code names for the rest of the year are linked up in the Etsy shop. So if you want to get your own personal secret code name reading, you can do that there. Until we next meet, guys, much love. Take care. Bye.